Today we're going to change the oil on a Chevrolet Cobalt. Okay, so I've never done an oil change on one of these before, and neither has my nephew, so we're going to figure it out. He's going to pop the hood, that's always step one. While he's doing that, I'm going to talk about this special 32 millimeter socket you need. And the reason with that, oh sorry Koki, this thing has a, okay, so right there, this thing is the filter housing, and you really need a special socket to get on it because of the spacing between the intake plenum and where you can get a socket on. And I have a feeling it's going to be interesting getting this thing off. I hope it comes off good. It looks like it hasn't been taken off in a long time, and he was getting his oils changed at a local shop, and I'm wondering if people just not took this off because you need this special socket. So we're gonna, first things first, before we dump any of the oil, we're gonna get this off, because if we can't get this off, you do not want to dump oil. So let's take this off first. Hopefully it goes okay. 3/8 inch drive, we're going to take it real easy because this is plastic. Worst case scenario, if this thing's seized on here, he'll have to order another one of these, and then we're going to have to break this thing off of here in order to get to the oil filter. So let's see how it goes. This is incredible. Got lucky. I don't know who the hell put this thing on before, but alright, so this is broken loose now. You should never have to use something this big to get off this thing. So oil might come out. So now that we got this off, we're going to drain it because we know that that's going to come off. We don't want to make a mess all over the engine. Okay, so we got our stands in place. We'll be after this plug there. Hard to tell how big it is. Feels pretty small. I'm going to try 14 millimeter maybe. Well, it's not 14. 15? Yep, 15. Alright, well, that was close. Oh, come here. Alright. Let's hope a gorilla didn't put this thing back on. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Somebody put this on with an impact. Why? Why do people do this? Oh, Jesus. I got her. Knocked over the camera again. Oh, man. Okay. This is exactly why I do not like letting anybody else do oil changes. Somebody put on that drain plug with a goddamn impact. That is a no-no. Yep. Looks like oil. Drain plug looks like it has this rubber gasket on there, which is kind of interesting. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, and we don't have another one, so we can't replace it, but it looks okay. I don't see it. It's not torn. It looks to be above the flange a little bit, so it should seal fine. So while the oil's draining, we're going to take off this filter housing. Okay. Alright, we're going to take a look inside this housing. Okay, so as I suspected, I don't think this got changed too many times. And look at how crushed the media is. No cook. Cookie. Cookie. She sees dead people. New. Yeah, they look the same. This does have an O-ring on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of silicone paste on it, just so it doesn't get all seized in there again, because that wasn't fun. Hey! New! Wait! Cookie! Stop it! I'm going to put the filter in first. You can feel it like kind of drop into place, and then I'm putting the cap on. Now, more and more cars have caps like this. The major thing that you need to pay attention with is to thread it by hand, always. Thread it by hand. Once you start feeling resistance, then you get your tool, your cool tool. So the O-ring does the sealing in this. You don't have to be a gorilla. That's it. I have it tight. That's it. You don't have to be insane. Whoever put this on was nuts. The O-ring does all the sealing. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to wipe up any of the little drippy dogs that got everywhere. Toyota uses kind of the same thing. The only difference is on a Toyota, it's underneath. And it's a lot deeper and it's made of aluminum, so it's probably better. But when you crank that thing in, there's so many threads that once the O-ring grabs the side of the aluminum and it locks in place, it's done. You don't have to, job done. It's not going to leak. So, all right, we're going to put the drain plug back in, get this thing on the ground, fill it. Okay, Manuel said 4.7 quarts. I'm going to put in 4.5, and we're going to check it. Our rag handy. We do not give a shit. Okay, Manuel, where's the... That's where we probably might have to put in a little bit more. Ready? Yep. Kill it. Well, that was pretty easy. I'm going to let it settle down and we'll check the dipstick one more time, make sure we have the level correct. I'm pretty sure it's fine, but it had to fill up that, cavity with oil where the oil filter was. So if it needs a little bit more, we'll put a tiny bit more in and call it good. So this one was pretty easy. The hardest part was the idiots that did the oil change before. They put stuff on way too tight. And I mean, I don't see any leaks anywhere. We can look underneath, but yeah, I mean, you don't have to go nuts tightening stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching another wonderful oil change video. Hope you're having a good weekend and staying safe out there. Thanks for watching.